I can take this out, because I don't want the stand there. It's weird. After doing 8 years of stand-up, I totally feel like I'm meant to do stand-up right now. I didn't you just launch into some family-friendly jokes. Don't think so. Hi! Oh, it's my favorite time of year, Alopeciapalooza. I miss you guys so much when I don't see you. Hi! I think I'll just spend the next 45 minutes saying hi to everyone. Is that okay? That's not weird, not very helpful. That you want that? Hi! So most of you know me, and most of you know this guy. That's Boba. He and I drove here today from LA, and he had a little bit of a chat with me on the way and explained that he's kind of upset that I've been coming to Alopeciapalooza since 2009 and he's never got to be part of the speech. So he's on stage today because he was a bit jealous. So he's not really going to do much other than check that you're all listening. He's watching you, Corbin. But he wanted to be on stage today. He appears in a lot of my Instagram photos. If you guys are on Facebook, or if your mum and dad are on Facebook, you'll see him in my pictures occasionally, but he is the biggest Alopecian fan ever. Not very good at being Alopecian. He's very hairy. But he still loves you guys very much. I am so happy to be here. Can you guys share with me something amazing that's happened so far? Putting up your hands. What's something amazing that's happened so far? Over there, yes. Me being here. Oh, you sweet talker. Thank you. It is amazing to be here. What about you? Going to the pool? That was your favorite part. It is pretty cool. I feel lucky that you're here with me now because the pool's way more fun than me. Over in the back, yes. What's something great? Everything. Put up your hand if everything's been great. Wow, that's pretty good. Good work, Jeff. Good work. Everything's been great. I was just doing a little crowd survey for you. Put up your hand if you haven't met me before, just so I get an understanding of how many people. Wow. Wow, Jeff. Way to recruit. Usually it's like 3 people. I'm like, well, get used to this. It's going to be the same again. My story hasn't changed. But great. New people. Hi, new people. So wonderful to see you all. How amazing. I look forward to meeting you all in person. I had to get here late because I had lots of business to do yesterday. Boring. But now I'm here for the fun stuff. So my name is Georgia. As you guys may be able to hear, I have a bit of a funny accent. A bit of one, not much anymore. It's gone a long way away compared to what it used to be. I used to be like super Australian and stuff. But now I'm a little less, I'm more American. I've lived here for 11 years. Now, I'll give you the quick Georgia story of the hair loss stuff because a lot of us have lost our hair. It's not very exciting to tell that story here, and I know it and I'm bored with it. But I'll get it out of the way quickly so that you guys know. So I moved to America when I was 18, when I was just about 20, nearly 21. I was working a lot as a hair model. And I was working a lot in front of the camera, hosting TV and doing voices and all sorts of fun stuff. And over 2 weeks, all my hair fell out. Know that feeling, anyone? Yay! I love it. Like, gee, that must be like everybody else here. So yeah, all my hair fell out, almost, except for one little patch in the middle. Hung in there, and I did everything that most of you have done. All the doctor's appointments, all the what's happening to me, what's changing, I don't understand. For me, I didn't have any doctors or anything in America because I hadn't grown up here and I was pretty youngish. So that was a bit scary, but found some really good doctors and got some information, and they told me there wasn't a cure, and I told them they were wrong, and then they turned out to be right. But I at least tried and made a movie about it in the meanwhile. So some of you may have heard of the movie Baby Let Your Hair Hang Down. Yes. That's my movie. And I brought lots of copies, so I'm going to give them to Jeff and Betsy, and they can give them to you. And if you feel like donating to CAP in return, that's nice. Otherwise, you can just take one and share one with somebody else. So please donate if you can. If you can't, share it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. The fun thing about, I guess, being me with alopecia is most of my work involves voices, so I could still work during it all. Some of you, for the new people, just to give you some context to the work I do, put up your hand if you know Angelina Ballerina. So I was Angelina Ballerina in Australia, the happiest mouse ballerina ever, which is kind of fun. I'm not a mouse, if you're confused. I just did her voice. Whoa, hang on. Hi! Hi, mouse friend. I love all my friends here. Then some of you guys might know Jake as the pig. Does anyone know Jake as the pig, or does he not make it to America? He's an Irish boy pig. I also played him. And I got to be Vanille in Final Fantasy. Some of you may have played that video game. You know, some of us have skills. One of mine happens to be this. So I got paid money to do that for a while, which was very fun. So I am a voiceover actor, but more importantly and more funly, everything I do is about kids. I love kids, lots. Yeah, like you. Kids are amazing, and I, every day, thank the lucky stars above that I got alopecia, because it's enabled me to connect with so many of you. So, I guess I'm one of those people that likes to be super honest and out there and very like, I lost my hair, how about you? Which is a little bit different than some people, but I wanted to talk today about some things that might help you, or might just be fun to think about, or just might be something that you could take home with you. As you may have noticed, you all have a bag. Can you see that bag? Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Very good. Oh, very good. Now, could you all just check that bag doesn't have any holes in it? Because you're going to be putting lots of stuff in it. Just check no holes. You can blow through it, see if the holes happen. No? You're good? You got circles on yours, different than holes. Confusing. No, not holes. You're right. There's no holes on there. So we're going to put some stuff in there. I should probably say for those that are... Hi. I'm just going to keep doing that intermittently after I see new people all the time. I'm going to get excited. I should probably explain, I have alopecia areata patchy. If you're wondering, for all the sort of parents that are trying to place everybody, I have an amazing headband of hair missing currently. Every year I come, I have a different assemblage of something on my head. It's always fun. Some years I have a full head, some years I have none. I just like keeping you all guessing. But right now, I had all of my hair for about a year, and then it all went away again. I'm pretty sure it just keeps falling out to remind me what really matters. It's like, got ya, remember? None of this matters. So that's important too. But now let's get on to the fun stuff. You guys. Yes, Jeff? Did we, oh, there they are. Yes. Gabby has some in her hand. Very good. Very, very good. Let's see. So we're going to start, we're going to put a lot of things in those bags. But first of all, we got 4 little areas that I was thinking on the way here I wanted to work through. 4 things that we're going to put in there. Now, who's got an imagination? You do? So if you could just like turn your imagination on extra big. Grown-ups too, by the way. You have bags. Imagination's on, please. Great. So using our imagination, we're going to put a lot of stuff in that bag. The good thing is, all of the stuff you're putting in is waterproof. So if you go swimming in the next few days with your bag, it's fine. This bag never wears out, and the things can never fall out, no matter what. So once they're in there, and we're good. Deal? Fantastic. And parents, like I said, hairier people, this is for you too. Don't want to discriminate. Everybody gets to do this. So, something that came clear to me, I think pretty much the first camp I went to was in Philadelphia. Put up your hand if you were in Philadelphia for the cap in 2009? My gosh, I'm old. Wow, Laura, we're getting on.
So all the way back then, it was the first time I met a lot of Alopecian kids. It was the first time, that I got to see a lot of incredible, amazing, wonderful Alopecian kids. And something hit me right away that I have never, ever, ever forgotten. And it's something that very few people get to realize. Hi, Kristen. Hi. Alopecian kids, in my humble opinion, are possibly some of the most amazing kids in the world. Would we agree? Yeah. I clap louder, but it will hurt your ears. There's something about being Alopecian, having alopecia in your family, knowing someone and loving someone with alopecia, that just changes your life in the most incredibly magical way. That you get to realize what really matters and what doesn't matter at all. And you can't forget it once it's happened. And I'm so glad that I'm part of the Alopecian family that knows this. Because, you see, I live in Hollywood where they think really weird things matter. And I was saying to somebody just the other week, it's really hard for me to go out in LA anymore, or Hollywood, because when I go out in LA, I walk into a room and it's like there's two different languages going on. Because if I walk into a room in Hollywood, there's a girl over there going, so like the most important thing to me is my appearance. And the most important thing to me about a guy is that he's cute and he's got lots of money. None of that matters. And there's so many people there that think funny things like, who do you know? And how skinny are you? And are you tan? Are you cute? Matters. But when we get this incredible gift of alopecia, all of a sudden the right things matter to us. Put your hand up if you know what makes you a good person. What do you think makes you a good person? Your personality makes you a good person. Exactly. Who else knows what makes you a good person? What do you think makes you a good person? That she loves swimming. It's true. You're going to have things that you love. Nobody wants to hang out with a boring person in the corner that doesn't want to smile because they're cool. That's not a fun person. We want to go swimming with you. Put up your hand up if you know what else matters. What else matters about being a good person in the back? Yes. Yes, you. Not caring, is that what you said? I can't hear what. Not caring if you fit in. Exactly. Does anyone really care if they fit in? That's honest. That's honest. That's okay. Honesty definitely is important. What else makes you a good person? What comes from within. Exactly. Who thinks what comes from within matters? I think so a lot. What about being nice to people? Does that matter? Yeah? How about working on your brain? Does that matter? Having good thoughts, thinking, studying, learning? That's one for the parents. That matters, doesn't it? What about thinking of others? Does that matter? Does that make you a good person? Thinking of others? See, what's amazing is because I lost my hair, when I walk into those rooms now in Hollywood, I want to know if they're nice. I want to know if they've got interesting things to talk about. I want to know if they're kind and they do things for others. And if you know that, you have an amazing job ahead of you. Put up your hand if you are Alopecian or know someone with alopecia. If you don't have your hand up, we've got a problem. We have an incredible job that we get to do. We get to influence everyone around us to focus on the things that matter. To encourage people not to think about the outside stuff, because to be honest,